this wave. I don't wanna play the games you play. I don't want you to leave, I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body day, okay? Follow this wave. I don't wanna play the games you play. I don't want you to leave, I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body moves.
You know when somebody says "get it together, brother"?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means?
What?
That means you fucking up. That's a Christian way to say you're fucking up.
Really?
Get it together, brother. Lakers traffic. We're back. Another Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm so used to our Sundays. I kind of slipped up right there. Welcome to our new Saturday show.
What's up, everybody?
We were literally in Georgia traffic.
Yeah.
Not Lakers traffic, but Georgia traffic, which is a lot worse because they choose.
No,
they choose.
worse.
It is worse because Nigeria, you expect it.
Yeah, but there's nothing.
But over
worse
here,
than...
they just choose a random time to do construction on the highway on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot. They probably expected people to stay indoors, right?
Yeah,
because of how hot it is.
I tell people all the time it's hotter here than it is in Nigeria.
No.
Yeah, because it's humid here.
It's humid in Nigeria.
It's not. No, it's dry heat. It's dry heat in Nigeria.
Yeah, I like dry heat versus
dry heat is in Nigeria.
If you know who really has humid.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Houston. I'm Texas. Texas is so hot.
Then okay, yeah, I can.
It's hotter than Georgia.
Yeah,
trust
me.
me.
See that. I can see that.
Their humidity is out of this world. Once again, welcome back.
Yes.
Lakers traffic. Another Saturday. Thanks for joining us. Kevy Kev is always like, you know, when you were in elementary school or high school and they're doing the roll call.
Yeah.
You know, and the teacher's like, oh, I didn't even have to look for Mo. I can see him right there. What's good, Mo? What's good, Tim? He's always giving us that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She wants you to kind of include her too. Her name is Toya V. She's our sound engineer, aka we had a hijacker to be the third option on our show, right?
Yeah.
We kept on begging, and then we got together.
She was like, I can help, but I don't want to be on camera. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool.
Then we got together and did a GoFundMe for that Tesla she got outside.
Oh.
And then she said she'll be on the show.
Yeah.
So if she messes up, then we're gonna take that Tesla. She looking like, show me the pink slip. Show me the paperwork. Show me the paperwork. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead and introduce or give us the first.
Well, I mean, everybody could tell from the topic.
They're not like us.
Drake's funeral. I mean, do you think it was his funeral? Do you think this whole thing that Kendrick has done is really going to affect?
Let me describe it to you like an action movie, right? Mm-hmm. You ever seen an action movie where somebody gets shot and then that person comes back and shoots them again? Even though they dead, they keep on shooting them?
Right.
That's what Kendrick is doing to Drake. If you play that song,
he's overkilling.
It's an overkill. It's like bullets all over his body.
I can agree with that.
And Drake really messed with the wrong one. I'll give it to you like sports too, right? You remember when the Falcons had it, and then Tom Brady said, "Whoa."
Oh yeah.
I'm taking that back.
Of course.
Drake heard the diss and said, "I'm gonna eat him. I'm gonna get in that booth, and the fans are going to say Kendrick is whack. Kendrick is this." But I think that out of all the diss songs that they both dropped, Not Like Us just stuck to people. It stung us like a bee.
Well, it's because the reason why is because it's a bop. It's not. It's like even though
from his hood too. It's a California sound.
It's right because he has no culture. That's the reason why Drake lost. He has no culture.
Well,
that's what made
Drake beat Meek though. Meek got culture.
No,
and he
beat California. I mean,
no, but Philly has culture.
But
Freeway.
Listen, but you're under we're talking about Drake. Drake comes from Canada.
No, I'm saying Meek Mill has culture, and he went against Drake,
and he went.
But he didn't use his culture against Drake.
I can agree with that, but I think the real reason why Drake lost was because I don't think people realize how much of a how cerebral Kendrick is.
Yeah.
He got the Pistler.
But he also lost to Pusha. They just didn't promote that as much.
Well, and it's because it's Pusha.
And Pusha,
with all due respect, because
Pusha was the one that
Pusha's nice.
Pusha was the one that actually introduced the world to Drake's son.
That's true.
That's what really made Drake back off. Because if it was up to Drake, I think Drake would have loved to kept his son. I won't use it as secret. I won't use that word secret, but just shield him from the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter what you do with your public life, that's for everybody to see. But if you want to be private as any type of celebrity, basketball, athlete, sports, music, whatever the case may be, you have every right to be as private as you want and unapologetic about it also.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being private. There are a lot of celebrities that are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect example. They were talking about when Drake was talking about what's his name? What's her name? Whitney, his fiance.
Yeah.
Talking about that they beefing. She don't stay with you.
Or why
And
you claiming to be this black king and you've married a biracial woman or something?
Right.
You engaged a biracial
But
woman.
she was right there with the kids in the stands.
Yeah.
So that debunked the whole thing about
Miss Scorpio was good.
You know,
Jamie
so
was good.
It's I think I just think Drake really messed with the wrong person.
Yes.
And by the time he realized
he expected to win.
Yeah.
Drake expected to win.
Well, because, Drake thought he could just win by, obviously that's how you're going to win, but by popular opinion, they thought because he believed that he's the biggest artist, which he is.
And he believed that was going to be enough to win this.
Right.
Because I believe that was what got him over Meek, was his popularity. Meek is a gifted lyricist.
Yeah, but he did get Meek, though.
That's what I'm saying. He
didn't get Pusher. He didn't get Pusher.
You mean lyrically?
When they went at each other?
Yeah.
He won that one.
What song?
He won that one.
What song?
The one, I just saw it. I don't know.
Summer or something where he says, I expected you to aim for the head and Ye's pool is nice, mine is just big, and that was a diss to Meek.
That was the one he performed right on stage.
And
he had the
Philly,
picture, and
he had the Philly to perform.
And
so
he had Meek's picture in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay. So Toya, I see where you guys are coming from with the culture thing. I think that if a Canadian rapper is going to come into California, the home of all these West Coast, like he says, bop rappers that have their own culture, I believe there are 3, 4, 5 cultures when it comes to music in America.
Mm-hmm.
Houston has their thing. You know that what's it called? Where they slow it down. What's that word? It's chop and screw.
Chop and screw. Yeah.
They have their chop and screw. Everybody knows about New Orleans, the bounce, right? If you go to New Orleans, you are going to bounce, especially if you're a woman. Third is the New York. New York, they got their thing. Don't forget about us in Atlanta, right? Atlanta, we're the mecca of almost everything. Shout out to Fabo, shout out to Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. We can keep on going. And then, just like you said, the California, their way of rapping and their culture that they have over there. And he did say, and like us, that he said something to the effect of Oakland's going to be your last show, nigga, because you disrespected Tupac. So he already put it out there to all of the California people that, you're not just going to come to. What did he do to disrespect Tupac?
When he did that, The Voice.
Get Money?
No. When he did The Voice.
What
when
voice?
He did The Voice with him, Snoop, and Tupac. That whole thing.
Did he not disrespect Snoop at the same time?
But the reason why
I'm trying to figure out why he.
Well, no, I would say yeah, but Tupac is, even though yes, Snoop is a legend when it comes to Cali.
But Tupac
is
MLK.
He's on another level.
Him and Biggie.
Yeah. So
like he's like the one.
And plus Drake won Tupac's ring that he auctioned off. And I think Drake said he needs to return that ring also.
And he may give him.
No. Oh, y'all so...
There was an auction.
Hold on.
And Drake.
We'll get to that part.
Drake won the auction, right?
No, Drake won the auction, right? But you know what happened during the festival? I mean, during the concert, Kendrick changed the lyrics and said, if you give back Pop's ring, then I might give you some respect.
Yeah. So why? But what's the problem with Drake taking Tupac's ring or winning with his own money?
It's not about him winning. Okay, so this was the problem. When he AI'd Tupac's voice in his song and had Tupac disrespect Kendrick in the song.
What did Tupac say in the song?
It was Drake rapping. But you know how people can switch their voice to make it sound like somebody else?
Yeah.
That's what Drake did.
Officially.
Yeah.
So he did the song and he used Tupac's voice.
Yes.
And
he was using that to diss Kendrick.
And Kendrick is from Cali, just like Tupac is from Cali.
Right.
So you have Tupac was born in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And he lived in New York.
But he represents.
Yeah. That's why the history of Tupac can be questionable also. I'm not going to disrespect Tupac.
No.
Everything that Tupac did was for a reason.
Yeah,
and he's the reason why
I think
rap is how it's viewed right now.
I think Tupac was more of anything. He was an activist more than anything. For me,
I also want to include an actor, not an actor in movies. I'm talking about acting based on the way his persona.
Yeah, I mean,
he was not a thug.
No, he was a good guy.
He had that thug tattoo on his thug life tattoo on his stomach, but he wasn't a thug.
No, his
mom made him read newspapers every morning.
Yeah, he said it himself. He said like one of the reasons why he kind of changed his persona was, and there's a video of it when he was younger. He said the reason why was because when he was younger, especially when he was, trying to talk to girls, they were like he was too nice.
He was too. That's a lame.
Yeah, right. So he was like, okay, let me develop this persona, change up how people look at me.
Good guys finish last, and then he changed it, cut his hair, got that thug tattoo,
right? So now
thug life tattoo, and now he was the baddest man on the planet.
Right, but I will also say that even when he was rapping, it was conscious rapping. It wasn't all this. I'm a put a cap in your behind, and I'm a
Dear Mama. Brenda had a baby. Changes.
Yeah, so
he had some music out there that really had you thinking.
Right,
and just something I kind of always put Nas in that category too.
I can see that.
I can't say not as good because there's some really diehard Nas fans, and there's some really, really good lyrics coming out of Nas with some of the stuff he said. But okay, so
it's called Tailor Made Freestyle.
Yeah, that was the name of the track.
So he used Tupac's voice in a diss song towards Kendrick, and Kendrick says, "I'm not gonna let you disrespect Tupac because Tupac is from the same area that I'm from."
Right.
And so where does the ring come in place?
He bought Tupac's. He auctioned off. Somebody auctioned and he won it.
He bought it, but he was basically flaunting it. Really, nobody was saying anything about it until he came out with Tailor Made Freestyle.
Okay.
And when the Tailor Made Freestyle came out, he basically used his voice, like I said, and use his voice to kind of like diss him.
Yeah.
And so when he used Tupac, because
Tupac's sister sent the cease and desist to Drake.
His
Tupac's sister estate.
His estate, his estate sent this
and said that take that shit off,
and that's why he took it down.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm just gonna have to. I see where you guys are coming from, but the way I see it, Drake just wanted to fully Drake into you don't deserve that ring. You don't deserve to wear Tupac's ring. I don't think it had anything to do with the diss that Tupac.
No. He said you're right. It's more about
you're not like us.
Yeah.
So give us back that ring. You're colonizer.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. I just wanted the utmost clarity that you think you're so hip hop that you went and bought Tupac's ring so that you can feel more closer to the culture, but you're not part of this culture.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because like in the verse of Tupac, he says basically he's taunting him. He says, Kendrick, we need you, the West Coast savior, engraving your name in some hip hop history. You see what I'm saying? So he's basically using pop like, go ahead, F this Canadian light-skinned dot. You know what I'm saying? Call him a bitch for me. You know what I'm saying? So he's basically taunting him like, yo, protect me. You see what I'm saying? It says, says something about call him a B for me. Talk about his liking young girls. That is a gift for me. Hear it on Button's podcast. It's gotta be true.
Who's rapping this?
This is Drake rapping, but he's rapping this through
Tupac's voice.
AI's voice.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So basically, I'm
pretty sure Kendrick listened to that and just laughed it off.
Yeah, and he says, K, you gotta F this N's girl. He gotta be abused. All that is about burning tattoos. He is not amused.
And what's up with Drake's very weird tattoos he got? He got like Kevin Durant 35 tattooed on him. He has Sade Adu tattooed on him. He has Aaliyah tattooed on him. He has like number 30 Steph Curry's jersey.
Well, I mean, he has Wayne tattooed on.
Well, they said he did that because he
because he messed with his girl. So he's basically using Tupac to say, hey, because that's the same thing he did with like encouraging him to come at Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But he's dead. So there's nothing that
and
Tupac
that's
is.
why people got upset. It's like, yo, he's a legend. Why are you trying to use a legend against Kendrick when he's basically pass a baton to?
Well, the reason why he was trying to use it was, and I know where Drake was trying to go with it. He was trying to do like,
I'm the king.
not even I'm the
Oh.
king, but I got somebody from your area to come at
The
you.
legend.
Right.
And
so
I believe that Drake really.
that's what he wanted to do.
I'm
He
just
was
going to
trying
compare this beef with him and Meek. I do believe Drake felt like he can release some tracks, and his fans were going to kind of swarm Kendrick's fan base and Kendrick to kind of diminish it. But what he didn't expect was this guy was. When I saw that concert, and you had Dr. Dre say, "I see dead people." Do you know how important? Do you know how important Dr. Dre is? He didn't even invite the game because the game made that stupid statement about Drake is a homie and Kendrick is my brother. But you claim to be for California, bro. I promise you on everything, it don't matter how popular Toya ever gets in life. If she ever disses you, you do you think for any if we all work together, you think I'll ever say she's a homie and you're the homie? No, you fucking disrespecting my brother. So I'm definitely gonna be also depending on the situation. But you go around. I mean, if you hit his car or you try to shoot at him, then or you try to shoot at her, then the situation is different. But you're going around, right? And him and Meek, Drake, lyrically, I don't think Drake is better than Meek Mill. Lyrically.
No, I'm not going to say, but you could still, it's still possible for you to beat somebody.
You're right. You're right.
So,
do you think that Tupac is lyrically better than Biggie?
No, but
hit him up.
Yeah, but I would say that Tupac is a better storyteller than.
Yeah, Nas is a better storyteller than Jay-Z, but Jay-Z's a better rapper. To me, rapping, freestyling, you know how long they said Jay-Z and Wayne, they don't write their lyrics, they just go in the booth and they just freestyle. That is a gift. Where you don't have to have your phone.
I know for a fact Wayne, because Wayne don't be remembering his lyrics at all.
As long as he puts in Weezy F Baby and all.
That's the only part he remember. That's the only part that man remember is Weezy F Baby.
He doesn't remember when he lost his ex-girlfriend to Drake, and then Drake, as soon as Wayne got out of prison, Drake runs up to Wayne and says, "I gotta tell you something." Pulls up his shirt, "Hey, like this tattoo." And Drake, Lil Wayne was like, "What the fuck?"
But I think that concert was, that concert was also, it was deeper than just getting at Drake though. It was also a way for Kendrick to like bring back what hip hop really is.
I think it was more than Kendrick. I think it was an industry. Like I said, Dr. Dre could have been like, "I'm good," right?
But that's what
came out.
But that's what I'm saying. It was more. I think it was more. But I think it was more than just Drake though.
They trying to kick.
I think it was
more than the beef.
It was. Yeah, I think
they're trying to kick him out.
I think that concert was about. Unity.
Yeah,
especially with California.
It was the catalyst that made everything move forward. But I do.
For you to do that on Juneteenth,
we do need to break down how all of the disses that Kendrick made in his performance. That whole performance was basically tailored.
He wore the same outfit that Drake wore in Hotline Bling, right?
Well, and Tupac also wore that same thing.
He performed the song 6 times for the Sixth God, right? As he's performing, he doesn't even sing it. He lets the audience sing it for him.
No, that was so.
That's the most disrespectful part.
No, I think he's forgot some of the words for something.
No, he's a lyricist.
He forgot some of the words.
Yeah,
he forgot some of the words.
He freestyled that thing.
Listen,
I'm not hating on him for it.
Many songs
because the song was only out for God knows how long. I'm surprised that the whole crowd knew the whole song.
Yeah.
I have to say, and the thing about it is, what's so cool about Kendrick being like a dope, he didn't drink no water.
He brought together different.
He didn't drink no water. His throat was throating.
Maybe that's why he kept.
YG came out.
DeMar DeRozan. Westbrook.
Bro.
Guess who was in the stands?
Who?
LeBron James. You didn't see the clip?
Oh yeah, LeBron James
LeBron James was there.
was there.
And he was just like,
And every time
SZA was there.
Every time I see these people that were affiliated with Kendrick, I go back to see if they were ever affiliated with Drake, and I don't remember Drake and LeBron being close at all. I mean, they would dap each other up at games. It's KD and Drake. It was never really LeBron was cool with Jay-Z. He's really cool with Jay-Z.
It's the fact that Kendrick said, LeBron, keep your kids away from Drake. That's in his song. That's why he showed up.
And to be honest with you, also what also happened throughout that whole concert that a lot of people might not notice was that Kendrick was debunking every single thing that Drake said.
Yeah, throwing at him.
He said him and Whitney were having issues. Whitney was there with the kids.
In the stands.
He said that him and TB, the whole Top Boy, the whole Top Boy crew were all beefing with them. Well, guess what? They were all there. So it's like, it was like that whole thing.
You want to know what's so crazy?
The level of disrespect was having all these celebrities around him. Do you know the feeling you get when you look around and you see legends, and then you see basketball legends, and then you see those two girls that came out to dance at the end too? I don't know who they are.
I think they were just dancers.
No. They're top choreographers.
Yeah, they had to have been because of the way that the audience also went crazy for them too.
Oh, so that means what they were like the best choreographers in LA. You said they were the best choreographers in LA.
They're like one of the
the top.
And the thing that impresses me a lot about Kendrick also is he didn't do this for any type of fame.
No,
he's not, because this has been huh?
Yeah,
I didn't hear.
It says Ken's the friend.
Yes, he could have went on tour immediately and made bank with this song. He can go to every city and just let this song play.
Well, he did actually. And another thing that he debunked was when Drake said that he doesn't put people on. That's what that whole concert did.
Yeah, because the first half of the concert was basically artists that people didn't even know.
Up and comers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was indie artists. And what's so dope about the whole thing is he made sure that nobody would get strikes
on their social media.
Yeah, he made sure that nobody gets strikes. So that he let everybody eat.
Yeah.
Eventually, they said it came back on.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't because of him; it was because of his label.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to allow you to continuously, not make money off of this.
Jamie says, "Did y'all see the weatherman doing the Not Like Us?"
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's going global. I don't know what it was about the
people
the
in Toronto singing it.
Mustard on the Beat, Don't Like You. I don't care what anybody says, but if Dr. Dre's out there saying I see dead bodies and he don't really mess with you, the greatest basketball player in some people's eyes, LeBron James, is there, and you have Westbrook there, you have DeMar DeRozan there.
They play for your loved team, the Raptors.
He used to. Well, yeah, definitely.
Wouldn't it be crazy if you perform that song in Atlanta and all the people at the third verse, they all come out and they sing it with 2 Chainz? Oh, well, we know that Young Thug. We know Young Thug.
We know Young Thug can't make it. We know Young Thug can't make it. He might have to do a video call and put it on the screen at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
The video calls are sounding crappy as hell, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be like that Sean verse back in the day.
Yo, I'm here right now. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
But if he did that in Atlanta, he brought out Quavo, he brought out 2 Chainz, he brought out 21. And 21 to me is in a very difficult. I don't think 21 is going to come out.
You want to know?
Yeah, I don't think 21 is going to come out.
Future will come out.
What the biggest shot is?
Future did that with that.
Nobody really, probably y'all didn't even realize it. He said that Dave Freeze was probably was the child of his the father of his kid. Mm-hmm. Why was Dave Freeze one of the executive people that made his concert?
Oh yeah, because I think isn't he his manager, right? Well, or something like that.
The thing about life is that the media can throw, and he is the media because he put it out there, and then the media ended up thinking that everything he said about Kendrick was true. But Kendrick, to me, I feel like when Kendrick was listening to this, he was laughing with everybody in the room.
But I think what happened was, when Drake was like, he fed Kendrick false information, I honestly think it was the other way around.
I think it was both ways. Because, Kendrick did say he had an 11-year-old. And Drake said, "I
Okay.
will quit rapping
Okay,
if you can find that 11."
That's one.
Either he shipped that 11-year-old to a place nobody would ever know.
They said he did ship them to somewhere else.
Oh, really?
But he did
because
say
they were showing this girl. They were showing a
that
girl
was AI. I saw it. We saw it together. I think there was AI. It wasn't real.
that had the jersey, that had his jacket on.
Yeah, it was not. It was not. And the thing is, for somebody to come out and say, if you can find this 11-year-old, he put money on the line too.
Oh no, he said he told academics. He said, if you find this 11-year-old, I will work for you.
Yeah, I don't care how much money or how you try to hide somebody. It's just like America's Most Wanted, right? If you and I, we brothers, and you did something, they put the reward up there, 25,000. I'm like, look, I'm about to go check the mail. And I'm taking my phone. I'm gonna call him like he's at apartment 10P. He drives a white SUV. He's back there. And as soon as I come, I'm like, Mo, what happened? I just went to the mailbox.
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I'll be gone. I would have left everything. I would have left everything.
But Jamie, I agree with you. She said the total sidebar, but we need unity with us because selective service is back. I feel like if there's hip hop in Canada, let their hip hop stay in Canada. I feel like if you go to Africa, Nigeria, we have our own hip hop that just made it out there. Afro beats has been in Nigeria for forever. We just didn't have that exposure. Reggaeton for the Spanish people, it's been out there for forever. It's just somebody heard it and then made it global. But the thing about Drake is he's an actor. Go back and watch him when he was acting. And at some point he discovered that he can also rap and he can rhyme.
No, he always rapped. When he was in Degrassi,
he was a rapper. I never watched not one show.
I'm not going to lie.
Not one show.
In Canada.
Yes, he was.
No, on the show, Degrassi.
Yes, on the show, Degrassi.
Oh, Degrassi's, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I used to watch Degrassi.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I used to watch Degrassi, and he was. I can't remember his name on Degrassi, but I just remember he used to be in that wheelchair. And
but he wasn't always in that wheelchair.
No. What happened was he got shot.
He got clipped.
He got shot.
Was it by Kendrick?
No, it wasn't Kendrick.
Kendrick clipped him. He clipped him decades ago, and he's just not feeling it.
He got it right in the back. That's why he was paralyzed from the waist down.
There was a part that I saw on TikTok where Drake had a basketball, and he was, I guess he was playing with the ball, and somebody came and just took it from him. And Drake just looked around and just kept on walking without the ball.
Bro,
that's when they said they knew he was
in Degrassi. Drake was supposed to be like the
wheelchair Jimmy.
Black guy. That's his name, Jimmy. That was his name.
Lou says wheelchair Jimmy.
Yes, Jimmy was his name.
So you go from acting, you can rhyme,
and that's when I knew because he rapped on Degrassi.
Was he good?
And he was nice.
Okay.
It like for especially for his age.
Remember
because he was like, I think he was like in his teens, like maybe like 15, 16. So, and for his age and the way he was rapping on the show, I was like, okay, he's nice. So when Drake got him, I was like, oh, okay, I could see it.
Okay. But then I always like to say there are probably different types of raps. I think for the most part, a lot of hip hop heads would not want to break it down that way. But Drake is a certain type of rapper. I think that Kendrick is another type of rapper. And then you have somebody like somebody that makes songs, but they're making those songs just for you to dance and move. It's not really a song that has any meaning to it. You know what I'm saying?
He keep making me dance and waving my hands, and we gonna be all right.
Exactly. But you said that when Drake was on Degrassi, he was nice, right?
Yeah.
So
I say for his age.
For the most part, Drake makes songs for you to dance.
Yeah.
And Kendrick doesn't.
That's what Kendrick said. That's what Kendrick.
Jay-Z makes a lot of songs for you to dance. Nas doesn't. Biggie makes a lot of songs for you to dance.
No, I wouldn't say Jay-Z makes songs for you to dance. He makes songs that are like more like bops.
Yeah, you dance to them.
But there's some songs that you just vibe to.
You're right. Okay, what about Lil Wayne? What would you put in? A bopper or a lyricist?
Both.
Or both. Okay.
Both.
Yeah, I like that.
Both. Because
D, how are you?
Lil Wayne, because I ain't even going front. There are times I still put on She Will.
Okay.
And if you put that in the club, everybody dancing to that.
Hey, Mr. Carter. What was the Nigerian hair song?
6
Got
foot.
Money.
No, it was 6 foot.
That's not Nigerian hair.
Oh, no.
Got money. You know it.
And it just has it.
Like this
I'm Nigerian, man. I'm not. Hey, I'm dang it. He said
Know the
something like,
lyrics, put it in the
yeah,
comments.
please. Because he said something, I'm something.
Tougher than Nigerian hair. Yeah,
and
yeah. That album was
that album was fire.
Fuego.
Okay, so I found out what
Amelie.
Thank you, Lulu.
Thank you.
Bro,
Really helping us. Bro, but the wheelchair Timmy. We're gonna send you a $5 Amazon gift card.
I found out what Game said. Game said, and this was referring to 100. He says, I didn't feel like that. And if I did, I would have put the song out. Like I said, Kendrick's my brother. I love him too. But if Drake was subliminal and slipped something in, again, he's one of the best to ever do it. So it's hip hop.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. You don't want to burn any bridges.
And
You know that Drake controls a lot of the hip hop scene. Your Nike endorsements will go through Drake.
Well, not anymore.
It's cutting off.
Yeah, it's
But there's always some. Why do you think? And I don't want to really go back to the Diddy situation. But why do you think Diddy was so successful for so long? People were always trying to. Diddy was, if you needed a liquor,
he's gatekeeper.
Exactly.
Not only that, if I have dirt on you, of course.
How many rappers are signed under Nike that you know? How many rappers?
Not a lot.
How many rappers?
Maybe.
Do you know any rapper?
Yeah, just Drake.
And the one that was signed and created for Adidas, they labeled him a crazy person. Well, I can't really say if he's not or if he is, but he's a genius. If he created those Yeezys and he created all the stuff that people are rocking and they feel like it's very comfortable. See, she got on Yeezys too. Are they not one of the most comfortable shoes you've ever worn? There we go. And they stripped him for it because he had his, some comments.
There's some things you just can't say.
Yeah, because if you say it, they're going to strip you, especially if you're black.
Yeah.
YouTube, we love y'all.
Because perfect example. If let's I think everybody has seen that video with Drake and that underage girl on stage.
Yeah, he kissed her.
Yeah. And then he was talking about, ooh, you so thick. Yeah. Why are you so thick? If that was anybody else, let's just say if that was, give me a rapper like
Chris Brown.
Yeah, let's just say it was Chris Brown.
In trouble.
Yeah, and he would be in worse shit than he already is.
Did you know Kendrick Lamar had a version of Nike Cortex?
The shoe?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's not signed under Nike, but he's a creative, just like Tiana Taylor is a creative designer for Adidas. But he doesn't.
Okay, so basically it's just.
And he started off with Chuck, with Converse.
Converse Chuck.
Because Nike bought Converse.
So basically the only two rappers is Kanye West and Drake.
Yes.
That are signed on to Nike.
Well, Kanye is no longer under Nike because Kanye
I know
had
that, but you asked the question: how many rappers were signed on Nike? Not
right now.
Right? I didn't say right now. I'm just saying in general.
Because
it was only two people.
Jay-Z at one point was under Reebok. He was a creative designer for Reebok. But as far as you have a rapper that's,
but there's a difference between being a creative and
being signed.
Yeah,
because that means
two rappers that are signed. It literally just says
like signed is like you Jordan and LeBron or something like.
Oh, DJ Khaled.
Who is he with?
Jordan. Jordan is Nike. I forgot DJ Khaled. Khaled has his own. His own Jordans, his fives. Yeah, I forgot about Khaled. But Khaled to me is not a rapper. He's hip hop. But you see the common denominator? Is Khaled black?
No, he's Arabian or something like that.
There you go. He's from Palestine. What are the Palestine people? Iranian or Arabian?
I don't know. It's them people. Sorry, with all due respect.
The Muslims.
The people.
The Middle Easterners.
Middle Eastern. Yes, thank you.
Lord Jesus help them.
I know they're on his page heavy because he doesn't really say anything about the Palestine. So get into because I don't want us to lose.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're going to get into it because we were talking about the whole thing with Drake and Wayne's ex. That's why he got that tattoo on his arm. So I was saying, I actually talked to you about it yesterday. I was like, because I saw a video, and so this guy was in the car with his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. His girlfriend said that her ex called him. She didn't pick it up. Called her. She didn't pick it up, but she said she's thinking about calling him back. And the boyfriend was like,
"Why?
Yeah, why?
What are you talking about?"
She was like, "I just want to see what he wants." And he was like, "Well, call him. Go ahead and call him. Once you call him, we'll see what
Don't call
happens. Yeah, basically. And so I read the comments and people were like, that he's being insecure. It was like, I think it was like half and half. Some people were like, oh, he's being insecure. Some people were like, well, yeah, why are you why are you trying to call your ex or whatever?
Mhm.
So my question is it okay for you to be in a relationship
Mhm.
and still be talking to your ex?
Yes.
Every woman is going to agree and say,
Of course.
yes.
No, because I already have that situation. So
You said it's wrong, or
No, she said it's okay.
it's okay too.
yes, with some, but see, the thing about it is some years have to go by, and that person already has to be in something else.
Why?
Why? Because what I'm saying, like each person has to have that thing, like, yo, we didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
What if
But
the reason why you guys broke up wasn't detrimental? It wasn't nothing really negative. It just wasn't working.
Or
that's
he might,
my situation.
You moved, or he moved, and you guys are still cool. But you're putting yourself.
What happened with my situation is we just realized that we wasn't.
Lou and Miss Scorpio, all the women are saying, "Fuck no."
Yeah, there are a lot of women that are saying, absolutely not. I'm a female girl, please.
I agree.
No, because the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm living it. You see what I'm saying? The dude that I used to talk to, we was just like, hey, this is not going to work, right? Then we stopped talking. We never talked again. But 5 years later, when I went back to LA, he was like, what you doing? Da, 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 da. And we just, until this day, we're still friends. We don't talk about us. I tell him I talk to him about me. He gives me advice.
Let me ask you.
No, let me quick ask quick. No, please, you can't forget. Please.
But one thing that I do not talk about is my current relationship.
Okay.
That's one thing, because I don't want my friend to have one up on my man. That will never, ever, 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 ever happen.
Okay.
Because I want to protect my man's.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
What?
This is the question. Now, don't forget it. I was there. But the question is, so you know how you said that is you believe it's okay because, you know, especially depending on how it ended and whatnot, y'all can still be friends.
Yeah.
You see,
if that man or your ex came to you, or you went to your ex and you said, some shit's going on with my current boyfriend right now.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I'm just saying hypothetically. I'm not saying you would.
You can't hypothetically.
No, the reason why. No, this is because you gotta let me finish.
Okay,
you gotta let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because I'm not saying you'll do it. That's not what I'm saying. Because it's not even you. It's not even you. And a lot of men, it's not that. And a lot of hold on. Let me finish.
I'm about to.
And when it comes with men, it's not. Especially you might think it's insecure, but it's not because they don't trust you. It's because hold on, I gotta finish. It's because they don't trust that man. Because if you hypothetically just said, so things are not working out with me and my man right now, and he would, and
that's the reason why, and that's the reason
he would jump on that opportunity.
No, see, this is what people fail to realize. When you're a grown person, your ex should be able to talk to your man.
You know what you're missing? You know what you're missing?
What?
You're trying to put yourself in a man's mind.
No, I'm not.
But a man is always going.
Can I finish?
Okay, let her finish. Let her finish.
Never let me finish.
Let her finish.
Go ahead.
Okay. Just say
on the girl card. It's over.
So you're telling me right now, and I'm almost willing to bet you almost $5,000 that if you call this male friend that you said that you've waited 5 years, and you say I want to come over and come see you,
he's saying yes.
Hold on, I'm willing to bet you right now. No, you got to put that thing on speakerphone.
Oh, you about to do it?
No, we're not doing this on the something on air. I'm going to. But no, we're not going to do this on air because he doesn't. If he doesn't pick up, A, if he hears us, B, and
does he watch this?
C. No, he don't even know that we have it.
C, it will be unlike her to call him right now and say he's in LA. That was my second thing about her. The distance that they have is night and day. It's in a different time zone. If that man was local here, that situation would be different.
We'll say
that is true.
Yes. You know what? I will say that.
So if you are telling me that for 5 years in LA, in 5 years, he's in a different world. In 5 years, you're 6 hours apart. If that man was in Georgia,
that's true.
The level or the opportunity that you have, not your head on you want to, but let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now.
Yes, man. And the thing about it is that, like I said, You have to be a grown ass person. Do you see what I'm saying? I talked to this man. No, listen. I talked to this man in 2013. I moved back there 5 years later. Do you see what I'm saying? We are homies to this day.
Yes.
We lived in the same place for 5 years.
Yes.
Never messed around because we don't see each other that way.
And I'm telling you right now that if you came on,
do it.
You think so? You think so? Toya, I will put my life on it. Not money. I will put my life. That's why I said $5,000.
You're gonna die.
For a man.
You're gonna die.
Is this man gay? Is this man gay?
No, he's not gay.
So you're thinking for a man.
No,
if you was
we
in this,
already talked about this. That's what I'm saying. This is what y'all.
You can tell a man a million times that we're just going to be friends. If you walk in that room and you got on the match, you don't have to matchy. Just say I'm ready.
You this? No.
What you just say? What you doing?
Listen, no.
We're just gonna have to agree to disagree. Because we are men.
You have to be a grown, like
you do.
You have to be a grown person.
You do.
You're right.
I'm
not disagreeing with you.
My friend, he's a grown. We have already talked about this. Ain't never gonna happen. I even asked.
Do you know why?
No.
You know why?
Because you shut it down.
It's you.
Exactly.
If you ever
and you don't want to hear us, you're not trying to hear two men, which is mind-boggling.
Because
two men are telling you how men operate.
Men will have sex with somebody that they are utterly disgusted with.
You don't know my friend because I've been.
I know he's a man.
I understand.
He's a man.
So do you think he's attracted to you?
You keep throwing up that he's a grown man. We're all grown.
Do you not know I look attractive? What the fuck?
No.
We wouldn't have talked in the first place if I wasn't attracted.
What makes you think he would?
Because
what makes you think he would?
I know.
Let me read what the comments are saying. Lou says men will always be men, sis.
Okay, so
if there's space and opportunity, they're going to do it.
Take it.
Miss Jamie says she's willing to bet you on that right there.
I'll bet you right now. I am telling you, everybody in this room, everybody I'll lay next to him naked, and he will not touch me.
You gotta do the little.
He will not touch me.
Toya.
And y'all gonna laugh.
I'm so sorry. It's so hard for you to lose this, but it's sad because
the thing about it is that y'all not grown motherfuckers. Yeah. That's what that is.
That's not the issue. That's not true.
Because you have to understand. It takes a lot. Like, so basically, you're telling me there's no man on this earth that can control his sexual desire.
No, you're not listening to us. Because you're answering just to answer. Listen to this. Okay. Every man is grown. I'll even break it down to you because he knows this. One of my best friends was a girl. He knows this. And guess what, Toya? We never did anything. Guess why we never did anything? I built up a wall. She built up a wall. If we were, hold on, let me finish.
Let me mature.
What?
You built up the wall. So therefore, that means y'all were not mature enough to still be friends, right?
No, we built up the wall so that nothing happened. Yeah. So that if we're together, we are never together alone. You're saying that you can lay next to this man naked.
No, you just asked me if I would bet something.
No, you said out of your mouth. You said.
See,
did you not hear her say I was laying next to him naked and he will not fuck me?
He will not.
You said that. And I'm telling you that you're wrong.
I'm telling you that I'm not wrong.
You're telling me that you can think for a man, and that's wrong.
No, it's not that I can think for a man.
Okay, so why do you think that? Because if you are laying butt naked next to this man, why he would not have sex?
Because it already happened.
And why don't you think it won't happen again?
No, but I'm trying to say, well, at the time that it wasn't now, but when it was when I came to visit, right? When I came, I was drunk. You know what this man did?
What?
This man said, I will sleep. Now, self-control, right? He said, I'm going to go sleep on the couch.
Well, yeah. That's not the same situation.
But we're saying if you threw it on him.
Stop. Why would I offer him?
That's the situation we're trying to paint. Stop trying to paint your own situation.
No, I'm not. Why would I
listen to this, Toya? You walk into you say what's this?
You're not gonna get some.
But that's not the point. Toya, listen. Toya, listen.
Why can't you
fly to LA. You don't tell him, right?
And you surprise him.
And you surprise him. You say, hey, whatever his name is, Mike. Hey, Mike. I just got into LA and I want to come through. I don't have a place to stay. Can I stay with you? And he says, yeah, sure.
Okay,
you can stay. So, hold on. You can stay in the.
I'm not gonna yell no more. Okay.
Yeah, she said you're tearing our heads off. And you are saying, he says you can sleep in the guest room. You're like, okay, cool. You go in the guest room, and then you say, you know what? I want some. Again, this is a scenario. I'm not saying that you're doing this because you said that we've had this discussion many times. And I agree with that. Men and women have discussions like that. Like, we cannot cross boundaries.
Right.
Okay. So then you get out the guest room. You got on your whatever you got on. And you go into the kitchen to get something. And he's there. And he sees you.
You don't think he's going to be like, oh, damn.
And then you get closer to him. And you're the one that's, even though you've had this discussion a billion times, you get closer to him. You keep getting closer to him, and then you touch him. And you're telling me, just because he's a grown man, and you've had this conversation a billion times, that he's going to be like, oh, what you doing? We friends. Go back to bed. We're not doing anything. That man is going to say one thing. First, he's going to say, what are you doing? Every man is going to say that. He's still a gentleman. What are you doing? And then you'll be like, come on, I want some. He's going to be like, are you sure you want this? This is going to change everything. We both talked about this. Or he's not going to say nothing.
Can I also add something to that, please? And when a guy is saying, are you sure? He's not asking you, are you sure? Because he doesn't want to do it.
No, exactly.
He's asking you, are you sure? Because I will give it to you.
I will tear this thing up. I'm not disputing what you're saying, because guess what? This man that you're talking about,
are you with you?
Because we're trying to...
You're not trying to tell me. You're okay.
We're trying to tell you, like...
Understand what I feel like.
I feel like everybody in the comments...
I understand, right, where you're coming from. All right. Go ahead, give pussy, whoop, whoop, right? But I will let you know this. There are times where people can actually be mature.
Yeah.
Right? And I will tell you, my situation is one of those situations. And as much as y'all are as a man, y'all can believe, no. As y'all are as a man, because you're saying you have the experience of a man, right?
And I've had a female best friend.
Right. And
me too.
Right. And that's y'all's situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think I'm the exception to the rule.
If you want to think that, then that's all good.
What I will say is this. I respect where you're coming from, because I do have someone that used to be a friend that, of course, if I get around him, if I come crying on his shoulder, oh, it's a wrap. That nigga Zick will be all the way in the back of my spine.
You're doing in LA. Is he in a relationship right now?
Who?
The dude in LA. Because you said you have to wait 5 years, and then you have to wait. You have to let
time pass. I just feel like you can be friends with someone, but time has to pass.
And there has to have boundaries. We have
boundaries. It's like what you don't. I also think what also helps my situation is that, yeah, I mean, I can, if you offer a man, he'll take it with love, darling.
That's what we're saying.
No, I understand that, but what I am trying to tell you, okay, so want to be real, let's be transparent. What happens if he denies you?
A man denies you?
Yes.
What man is denying you?
Trust me.
What, you've been denied?
I've been denied.
A man in a relationship, or just a single man denying you?
A single man that denied me.
But this man ain't going to deny you.
We're not talking about the man.
It was that man. That's how I know.
You said y'all dated, right?
Well, yeah, you said
you dated. You broke up 5 years, and why is he? You've already slept together.
No. Okay, this was in 2013, right? He said basically, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to the other girl." Right? So to me, from there, it was just like, okay, you're gonna talk to the other girl. I'm just not attracted. You know what I'm saying? If you pick somebody over me,
you're saying he's not attracted to you, or you're not attracted to him?
No, he's not. For him, I felt like because he basically denied
he chose somebody else.
I was just like, okay, I'm not really, your type. You made that clear decision to do that.
But it's not.
Right?
It won't just be physical.
Listen.
Continue.
You know what? Y'all keep interrupting me, and I'm just.
We're trying to understand the story.
We're listening.
You said that.
Can you let me finish This is what I want from you two gentlemen, right? This is what I need from y'all two. I need you to let me say what I say, and then you could tear my story apart afterwards. Okay? Can you at least give me that? Okay. So you ain't shit. I saw that. But you ain't shit. Lord forgive me for cursing. So when initially we both started talking or whatever like that, he decided he decided.
Mm-hmm. No, we're reading.
So we interrupt. You didn't say on the story.
I was reading what she said. This is okay. So to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got picked over, I felt like, okay, I am not like, this is not it. You see what I'm saying? I moved away and I came back. When I came back, it was platonic from then. There was, because it had already established that I am not his type, that this was not going to work. So you already denied me. Do you see what I'm saying? You've already told me that I am not your type. Do you see what I'm saying? So when he told me that, I already knew on my end it would never go anywhere because you denied me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Let
me
her
finish.
No, that's why I raised my hand.
Yeah, put your hand down. Let her finish. You got next.
He denied me. You see what I'm saying? Until that day, okay? When I met back up with him,
Mm-hmm.
5 years later, you know what I'm saying? We have been friends there. There has never been a conversation of, I want to be with you. Let's try this again. There's not, I'm telling you, it has been nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? Nothing, no indications. We don't talk about sex. It's all been friends. Hey, let me talk about this. Let me talk about that. It has never been we have never crossed the line of sex, because we both realized, hey, you denied me back in 2013, right? I come back 5 years later, you still ain't trying to holler at me. So I'm not desirable by you. And because I know you're not desirable by me, I can have a friendship with you that I know that is going to be platonic, because I already know, because you've already denied me that this will work. Now, my other friend, right? My other friend, he, right? I messed with him in 2008. This was a mess around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Time went by.
Mm-hmm.
But this man, we knew we didn't was tough for each other, but at the end of the day, he was secretly just waiting. He sat in that friend zone for years.
Men will do that.
Right. So the behavior of these two men is totally different. And that's why I said it has to do with maturity. Do you see what I'm saying? You can go ahead and tear it apart. Go ahead.
Okay, so can I?
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to.
Now there is a difference between a guy wanting to be in a relationship with you and a guy just having sex with you.
I was going there.
Right.
Right. Okay, perfect.
So we're
talking
just
about both.
we're not talking about relationship.
I'm talking about both.
Oh no, we're just talking about the sex.
Well, I'm talking about both.
So your story said that the guy that's in California, you guys were talking and he chose somebody else.
Yeah.
So you guys weren't dating.
We wasn't dating.
Okay, so that's not even the same situation. He said the story he originated with said him and the girl were in a relationship, and her ex called her,
And she didn't reply.
She didn't reply. Another thing that you said that really stood out to me was when you and him were talking, he decided to go with somebody else.
Right.
So if he decided to go with somebody else, and then 5 years later, you said 2013, right? And then you said, did you move back to LA 5 years after that?
Yeah, came back in 17, 18, whatever, 4 or 5 years.
So 2018.
18, yeah.
Wow,
Well,
before the
pandemic.
Okay, so you were in California, and
I think
you linked up back with this guy, right?
Yeah.
And you guys were strictly friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you? And I need you. I'm going to ask you a question, and I would appreciate the honesty. When he denied you and went with the other girl, how did that make you feel? Like, naturally, because every man, like, I commend him, number one, because you did say he's a grown man. He didn't want to play
both sides.
Did you guys sleep together?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys slept together while you guys were talking.
Yeah.
And then he decided and you never in your mind saw yourself as a friends with benefit. You saw yourself as somebody talking.
Like,
because
getting to know each other, right?
Exactly, because the way I saw it,
say it was just to get to I don't know.
Because to me, the way you described it was like you guys were messing around and cool, and then he found somebody he wanted to be with, and he was like, "We need to cut this off."
Because when you like men date more than one woman at a time, right? That's how I look at it, and then they wean out
who they want to be
who they want to be with. So my thing is, they were in their thing a little bit longer than our thing. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he chose it, and when I when it came back, I was like, well, what you know, he's like, you were too he said you were too bubbly for me. And I said, huh? He was just like, you were just too
Nothing he said hurt your
happy.
feelings?
What?
Like him denying the fact that he wanted to be with you never hurt your feelings?
No. At the time, I was like, oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. But I don't think it was to the point where it was like, I more respected him.
For giving you that answer?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having there's nothing wrong with having a bubbly personality.
No. But I think it just
see,
maybe you're too hyper for him.
You're not that's not the only man that has told me. He's like, you know what? You a black woman that's too happy for me. You need to have some struggle.
I hate when they say that. You're a black woman that's too this, too that. Yeah, you're a human being just like any other person. But I think that your bubbly personality.
Are you the type of person that be like, this man could have gotten fired from his job, and you be like, oh, honey, and be like, just got fired. Come on now.
Not that person.
Okay.
We can tell by her personality right now.
Okay.
Let me read some of the comments.
No, but she said this was like 5 years ago, so we don't know how she was 5 years ago.
No, when I'm saying, oh, no. See, this is not 5 years ago. What I'm saying is, I believe time has to go by for you and that person that you're messing with to be able to establish a platonic relationship.
And I agree with you.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I am talking about. So this man from 2018 till now, we have just been friends.
Yeah.
I've been to LA. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's been here. Absolutely nothing.
You
see what I'm saying?
I am girl Max said she glad.
Saying.
She said she glad that you're not with him no more.
Kevy Kev says it all depends on the situation. If you were friends with your ex before you got with your partner, it's okay. It's okay. It's not okay if you're trying to be friends with an ex who is coming back into the picture. So let's
hell no.
No.
This situation, like my situation has. So ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a black woman right there. I'm a dig in the archives.
So you're telling me, if you had a friend that you were a female friend that you used to talk to, whatever, and y'all been friends for like 10, 15 years, when you get married, you gonna stop talking?
No. You said we were friends for 15 years? Was I fucking my friend for 15 years?
No, see.
No.
No, there's a difference.
You're trying No, she's trying to say let's say you messed around and then you guys remain friends for 15 years. After that, like how her situation was 5 years. Okay, so let me answer you.
We've been friends for 10 years. Do you think a friend from 10 years, when I get my husband, I'm going to be like, hey, I can't be your friend no more?
Well, you should talk to your husband.
Well, this
see, you cut me off, Lord.
I thought she was asking us a question.
Bye, y'all.
She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere.
Right. This is her place.
Exactly. She got to lock up when we done. But and she back. She would go looking for Teslas in here. No, but I completely agree with you because I feel like there are two things that has to happen for you to remain cool with somebody that you either mess around with, used to date, because you don't always have sex with who you dated. You could have dated somebody for 2 months and you never had sex and it just didn't work out. You guys kissed and messed around, but you didn't have sex. I feel like you're right. There has to be a level of maturity, right? But there also, especially on a man's part, if a man is in a relationship with, he's in a relationship or he's married and his partner does not feel comfortable with your female friend, then you have to respect who you're with, and you have to either I don't believe in tearing it off. I don't believe in you completely abandoning something that you and somebody built for 10 years.
Exactly.
But hold on, because I do believe that you have to have yes,
and discernment
and respect for your partner. His story saying that, first of all, I would not have told my wife that my ex called me. I would have ignored it. But if the situation was this ex is somebody that my wife knows, because there are people that I dated that I still follow on social media, but my wife is very secure that I'm never going to do anything. But that's also different though. You guys are having. Hold on. Exactly. I'm the one building that wall. But hold on. But if say Tim and Toya dated, right, and it's been 10 years, and we both built that wall, and then one day we get invited to like a pool party. Right? And you know how these pool parties can get. You're drunk, you're doing whatever. And then Toya and I just had this one moment because, we're under the influence. And I don't put that wall up. I just let her control the situation. Because when a man lets a woman control the situation, he's lost. If a woman is pushing up on you, and you don't find that urge to say, whoa, I'm in a relationship, or I'm married, or I don't need to go this way. Every man is a dog. I don't mean that in a negative way, but I'm just saying every man is a dog, given the opportunity. You have to respect that you're with somebody, and I'm not going to go to this place one-on-one with this person because my girl, my wife, my fiance won't feel comfortable in that.
It's maturity.
But what I was trying to get Toya to understand is that the woman is a person that's controlling the sex.
Yeah.
So if you did go up to him,
no man can go out there and be like, hey ladies, who wants to have sex with me?
No man can guarantee bag you. It's not a guarantee.
I get what you're saying.
But you can go out there and you can guarantee get as much men as you want to. As many, not much, as many men as you want to. Because the women control that. So if you did come up to, you and I can be friends for 10, 15 years, 20 years. And we never even dated, but we were friends. And then one day, because I didn't put up that boundary, and you made it your mind that I'm going to have sex with him today.
Mm-hmm.
And then you push up on me. But I'm saying, Toy, what are you doing? Eventually, I'm going to stop talking.
That I know.
And live the moment. And that's what I was trying to get you to understand with you and your 5-year dude in LA. But you said he won't do that, so we're not going to go back on that part.
Why is he 5 dude in LA?
5 years. I said the 5-year dude in LA, not 5 dude.
Well,
what's his name?
Can't say that.
Dwight. We'll call him Dwight.
Well,
but not Dwight.
The point that we really have to make, though, is it okay, especially for not just for you and the friend or the ex, is it okay with your partner?
Because
you have to,
because the person that I used to talk to, right? He had a best friend and I had a best friend. And when we called, we had a conversation at the phone, like, look, I said, my best friend is a dude. Do you see what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? He's like, well, my best friend's a girl. I said, okay. I said, well, do you want to make this pact that we will not talk about our relationships with our best friends?
Yeah.
And we sat down and we was like, yeah, because we know whatever we say, they're going to use it as
a weapon to get you closer to them if they wanted to.
Because I had learned a long time ago. I went to my mom and I was like venting. But I always went to her to vent, but I never told her the good things this man has done for me. And when she made a comment like, well, it seems like, I said, you know what, Mom? I didn't tell you that, when I was stuck on the side of the road, he left work, he came and got me. I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
When you wanted some juicy crab, he drove down there and got you.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to tell her the good things. But me and this young man at the time, we said, listen, we knew that both of our friends are going to want the best for us.
Yeah.
All right. And if we go venting, the first thing they're going to do is whose side they're going to pick. They're going to pick our side first, unless you have an unbiased friend. You see what I'm saying? And I've had friends that was like, yo, I like this dude, but I'm not sure. What does this mean? And he'll be like, da, 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 da. And I'll be like, he's like, you know what, Toy, you need to stop tripping. I think you should give the dude a chance.
Yeah.
So my male friend, he is an unbiased person.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And, and I hate him when he tells me that I'm wrong. But you need a friend that tells you that you're wrong. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, there is those rare situations where friends become like, when I did Logic Over Emotions, this man said that her ex-husband ended up being best friends with the baby daddy.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
You see what I'm saying?
Because I think some men just let their ego go.
But in that case, you really don't even have a choice.
Yeah.
Because you have to, you technically have to accept the baby daddy or the baby mama if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody that has a child. And
sometimes these baby daddies be like, you just there temporary. I'll be back, in about 6 months.
And that's the thing. You have to, because it is maturity, but but also you also have to think of the fact that
it's communication.
And how will and even if your partner is like, okay, yeah, I'm cool with it. There's always going to be that thought in their mind, especially, and it's different from you guys starting out as friends. The whole time you guys have known each other, you guys have always been cool.
Yeah,
it's always been platonic.
That's
when you guys go out, when you guys go out,
that situation is dangerous.
If you guys are always going out with a group of people,
No, if you had a friend for a very long time.
Right. I'm saying if you had a friend for a very long time, and the only times you guys really hang out is when you're around other people. You guys never spent time together by yourselves.
Yeah.
That's different. But I'm talking about if you've had a
I wouldn't go like I wouldn't. Okay, first for the respect of my man, I wouldn't go to stuff places. It's just me and
Right.
person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. He would have asked if your male friend bestie and you're in a relationship and he asked you out to dinner. It's a restaurant with people. It's some restaurants are romantic settings, but this is not a romantic setting.
It's a group of y'all.
No,
I'm
it's
still-
no.
Oh, it's just the two? Oh, yeah, nah, bro.
Okay, so then I'm guilty. Then I'm guilty of that then, because my wife did not like that. I'm not gonna say the name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We went out, and whenever she was in town, we would go out to go eat at restaurants, and she would say, my wife would say, "Why didn't you?" She felt a certain way because my friend would not invite my wife to come along with us, right? But I didn't see because I saw it as we're in a place that has multiple people, so nothing can happen between me and her. So I wanted my wife to feel, secure in that, right? But if it's a situation where
it's an intimate setting, that's the thing.
They say anything that you would do with your significant other is cheating. That's how they see it.
That's why my thought process in a lot of things, like this is where me and him differentiate, is the fact that in a way, I don't believe in having female best friends.
And I'm going to go ahead and say I've learned a very valuable lesson as to why having a female friend could be detrimental.
Not female friend, female best friend.
Okay, female best friend can be detrimental to you. I was in a situation and it backfired on me big time. That almost, if my wife didn't know, because I told you the story, my wife didn't know how I am, she probably would have believed what was going down, right? But this girl this is my female best friend, was close to my even my mom knew her. My sister that lives in Texas, they would spend time together. But some really crazy stuff that went down, and I learned that not everybody has your best interests.
Right.
Let me read some of the comments right quick. So Lou says that it's not the same for men. Guys stalk their prey until they pounce. Jamie says if you offer it to a man will, with capital WILL, take it with love, darling.
Lion and gazelle.
She
bro.
also says you felt it, but it didn't mean that he wouldn't. But let her talk that talk. And then Jamie says maturity comes in, and maturity comes in. He cares for you. He doesn't want you to open up an emotional. She's pretty much saying that men. Well, everybody in the comments they're saying that men are dogs, which I think you also agree with too.
And what I want people to realize is there are some exceptions to the rules.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
There are,
and
there
you
are.
can't, just because you experience it doesn't mean that I have or somebody else has experienced it. You see what I'm saying? You have people who have I know somebody right now, their best friend is a female, and that female ended up being great friends with the wife. Was one of the wife's bridesmaids. Do you see what I'm saying? But the wife, this is what he told me. He said when he knew that it was going to be serious with her, he said, I told her, like, listen, I want you to meet my best friend. And if you feel anything, if you feel insecure, if you feel like because women, we got radars. Men, y'all got radars for dudes. You can tell if a dude is shiesty or not. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what he told me. He said the reason why it worked for him is because he basically introduced his best friend to his wife or his girlfriend at the time. And he said, if you feel anything, and they went out on a group. Because when you go out places, you start to see people relax when you do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he said, what I did was I put us in an environment. I think they all went to like Six Flags or something like that. Girls be like, you know what I'm saying? But the best friend, she kept, you know what I'm saying, her side. Hey, y'all want to go? Da, 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 da. And so she made sure that the woman was secure. So she was like, yeah, you cool. And then all of a sudden, they ended up becoming friends. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand, as much as of course, there's going to be more bad stuff than good stuff. You see what I'm saying? So you may not believe it, but there's that one person that's out there that has that situation. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to go like this. Majority of men right? 98.9.
99.
Or we'll say 99. We'll say 99% of men will hop on it, but there is that 1%. Is it a lot? No, but there is that 1%.
Okay, so then I have this question then, because this is how I look at it.
Mhm.
Even though, yes, most cases than not, the man is going to jump on that opportunity,
Yes, he will.
right?
Yes, he will.
So should you even put yourself in that situation to find out?
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was reading a comment from Lou.
So no, you're good. So like we can all agree that majority of the time, a guy's going to pounce on the situation, right? If that happens, even if they're your friend, because as we know, there are guys that are usually in the friend zone for 15, 20 years and just waiting for that crack in your armor to open up, and they'll take the opportunity. My question is, should you should you allow that situation to even arise to have to find out if that's going to happen or not?
You have to. The thing about it is, it's everybody's relationship has different parameters, different variables, right? People say, hey, if I have it, you have it. If I don't ask nothing, you don't ask nothing. If you ain't tell me, I ain't gonna ask. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own thing, right? So like Lou says, ask Toya if the female best friend doesn't want a relationship with the girlfriend. Well, then
every female situation is not going to every female is not going to click with the girlfriend just because they're cool with your man.
I understand that, and that is a man's situation to look at that. See, like I said, like to me, right? If I talk and I say, hey, you know what I'm saying, this is my best friend, you know, whatever, and he's like, nah, I still believe that nigga would hit it. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool.
Hey, you're gonna break it off with your male friend?
Well, I'm not gonna break it off, but I'm gonna be like, in respect for my man, I gotta respect him.
What if he tells you to break it off?
So like, what are you going to do?
If he tell me to break it off, I'll be like,
y'all, she's saying, where's the ring at for you? And that's a problem because I feel like
that answer might end up costing you that ring.
Exactly. That's what's leading you to the ring.
Right.
By you saying, if you put a ring, then I'll listen to you. But if he's
my whole point, it depends on where we are in a relationship. If we just started, hell no. I'm not gonna do that. But if I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm like, I see myself with this man for the rest of my life, and if he says that he's not comfortable, yeah, I believe that, because me and my best friend, we have already had that conversation. We have already had the conversation about weddings. We already had a conversation about this, that, this, because we know we're both attractive people. You see what I'm saying? And we both know that sometimes you're gonna pick when you're an attractive person.
I just want you to understand that.
Not an attractive person.
Well, I
even the most attractive person on this earth, woman-wise, and the most attractive person on this earth, male-wise, the woman
still has control.
Still controls everything.
I know,
right? So
that's not how. I mean, I don't understand.
But
like, okay,
hold on. Let me quickly say one thing.
I think that I understand where you're coming from. I'm starting to see that I really don't think that y'all understand.
We do.
No.
I understand where you're coming from.
We're just going by what the questions were.
Let me quickly say something real quick, because this is where I'm going to go with, especially when it comes to best friend. This is the reason why I believe that it's very difficult to have the opposite sex as a best friend. Is because the way I interact with my best friend or friends or whatever, I can't interact with you like that unless I'm trying to get something from you. Because, perfect example, if I'm in a relationship, me and my girl, we doing our thing. I have a female best friend. My best friends, I hang out with my best friends constantly. Well, I won't say constantly, but I hang out with my best friends a lot. Look, this dude comes to my place, and we'll just be talking, watching TV, coming up with ideas. Just if I'm in a relationship, no female is coming to my house.
Yeah, but you have to understand
we're not doing one-on-one. We're not doing one-on-one dates.
Right.
We're not doing
one-on-one dates. But see, like I said, I feel like my situation is different.
Yeah.
Because all of my best friends, they don't live in Atlanta. Even my female best friends. None of my A1 day ones live here. Because I lived in LA
And
You
it
see what
makes
I'm saying? And I moved here.
to me the distance does
The
help a
distance
lot.
help.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like all
Although
of my
she might be a little bit
all
lonely
of them, like
without
all
her
of
friends
my
being there.
friends live in Ohio or LA.
Yeah.
Like I don't. So most of the time I at home because I'm on the phone with my friends. So I feel like yes, that does help, and I guess that's why I'm so confident to say. Did I knock something?
Yeah, it just went out real quick.
Hold
on, y'all. We're still here. We're still
yeah,
here.
you can still hear us, but
We just got to get the makeup on. The makeup artist is here.
It had a little interlude real quick.
Up Nepa.
Ah,
Only the Nigerians know what I mean when I say up Nepa. It's going in and out.
yeah, it's going in. Yeah.
it's showing me.
I just saw
Okay,
us.
let's do this. Add this to stage. Okay.
Seeing low. So
Yeah.
Yeah, until she gets that fixed. So we'll until she gets that fixed, but y'all can still see us right here. Y'all get a good view
Close
of
up.
us. Yeah.
So yeah, we do definitely see where Toya's coming from.
Yes.
Right. And it's
In other words, I would just say, because Toya most likely is right. We don't know her. We don't know her guy friend. He may be that type of guy that doesn't act on feelings.
Sure.
I would just say you should always be cautious though.
and on top of that, he's older than me too. So that also fits.
Oh, niggas like to fuck too. I mean,
No,
have sex
I'm
too.
saying wisdom wise. Some
Oh.
older men, have more wisdom.
I thought she was trying to say something like he needs the pills anyways.
Damn.
Because I was about to say, I know some old dudes that like to get it in.
No, I'm just
Pop that pill in 30 minutes early.
30. They pop 2 for 5
Like
minutes.
I said, you know what I'm saying? It depends. Like I said, my situation is different than most, So, but I will say this: it would be,
Still out.
because it's not.
Okay,
But we got about 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah, but I needed to. We're gonna say this for next time.
Which one?
Remember the last one, the one I sent Toya?
We could.
5 minutes. I don't think is enough.
No, but we could at least start on it. You don't want to start it, because I was just about to
See
ask
the
you.
face Toya making like, nah, that's not.
Okay.
You want us to do it?
We can do it.
5 minutes?
We only got
5 minutes.
okay. You think you could do 15? Okay, let's do 15 more minutes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So
I'll make this show an hour and 30 minutes.
I want you. I don't even think we started at 2 o'clock because of traffic. So
That is true because
we're-
we do have about a good 45 minutes. That is true, Toya.
all right. So I want you guys to kind of listen to this right quick.
Well, then I'm gonna have to hang up.
No. What?
Oh, because
we
of the
can do
camera.
15 minutes and then we can all bounce and come back and finish this next week.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna
Because
play
then we
this.
get to get the camera and stuff
That's
situated.
what I'm saying. If you want to go an extra.
No,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it.
We'll play this, cover it a little bit, and
Then we'll
finish
come
up
back
next
on next week.
Yeah. So complete silence, please. We're gonna hear this, and then we'll talk about it.
The most pro-black people you're gonna meet, right? And I
If you can hear this, give me a thumbs up in the comments.
family and things like that. I remember I went to this printing shop. The girl at the counter. When I say this girl was so nice, I thought she liked me. She probably didn't, right? In hindsight, she probably didn't. It was probably just the white girl niceness. But in that moment, I realized this is why men fall head over heels for white women and foreign women. Because when you become so accustomed to our women, who even when they like you, they're going to look at you and talk to you and treat you like you ain't worth a damn. What you and just a compliment from our women is, oh, you think you look good.
How many times have you heard that?
Where you think you going? That's a
Where you
compliment.
think you going?
So when you experience the complete opposite, there's a movie, Denzel Washington movie, Equalizer.
And tell me, who cooks for you?
I'm sorry?
Who cooks for you?
Here? No?
Home, in America. Who prepares your meals?
I do.
I would love to show you the real food of Altamonte. Would you come with me?
He was probably wet. in that scene.
But she was black, wasn't she?
They were like,
No, she was from wasn't he like in Spain or something?
Yeah, but I mean, her complexion though.
this exists.
Well, like brownish.
All right. So
Okay, can I?
yeah, please, by all means.
Okay, so. Matter of fact, y'all go the male route, and then because I don't consider myself that. Okay, so I read the comments, right?
What's happening, Toya?
Because I'm going through a few things. Like I would say it has to do with how the woman is raised, right? I would have to do how the woman is raised because to me, right, I'm a little softer than most. I believe like my energy is a little bit more positive than most women because I lived a softer life. Like I didn't have the struggles that some women have to go against. Like I didn't have the raised by one parent. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like me being raised, it wasn't perfect. Oh hell no, it wasn't. But my need and my appreciation of men, even though my mom did a hell of a good job. Let me just say that. Because I know my dad. My dad lives at the same house and stuff like that, but he was not perfect. But even though he wasn't perfect, my mom still showed me how to treat a man, even when that man is not doing you right. You see what I'm saying? There is a duty as a wife. You see what I'm saying? There's a duty as a wife that is different than a duty as a girlfriend or getting to know someone, right? So if you are with a woman who doesn't show you that, that's what you know, or where you going with, who you going, you're going to get your child's gonna be the carbon copy of that mother. You see what I'm saying? So if that mother always praises men in a certain way, that's the first image that a girlfriend, a daughter would go after, don't you think? If her mother doesn't teach her that.
I can agree with that. I could definitely agree with that because it is you emulate what you receive visually. So like if throughout your whole life, if all you've noticed was, fighting and cheating and all of this, most likely going to reflect in your life when you get older and it's time for you to be in that certain relationship. That's a lot of the reasons why a lot of people do go through a lot of trauma. Trauma isn't just what you've gone through personally, it's also what you've seen, is also what
So you have to get to that place that you want to grow. Because I know some women who they mama think black men is beyond tar. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah, I know.
yeah. And she said it took her to college. When she got to college and she started hanging around different people.
I have a comment. Madam Celeste, she said, all I'll say is black men need to realize the generational trauma and abuse that black women have to heal from, just like black men got generational healing to do.
I'm happy you said that because I didn't want you to just picture that and just say black women are going through stuff that black men don't. I think black men and black women go through the worst of the worst. But I also, what Kev says is that one problem that he had with the clip was that he painted all black women the same. But he probably painted black women based on what he's experienced.
Exactly.
And he can only speak for himself. But as a general thing, then why do you think we have that same angry black woman? Is this a trauma that what's her name?
Madam
Celeste is saying?
Yeah.
I think it's okay. So I think it's an American black woman problem because I know a lot of people who are like, "Hey, I'd rather have a Nigerian woman over a black woman."
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But there's some Nigerian men that said, "I'd rather have me an American woman."
But they need that green card.
90-Day Fiance. That was a good one, bro.
That was a good one. Saying you do have men that will go after Afro Latinos. You know what I'm saying? They'll go from I'd rather have another a woman from Ghana, a woman from Africa before they have an American black woman. And I think a lot of the angry black woman comes from slavery. You see what I'm saying?
And I
It
also
comes
think
from the division of the house.
I would say also government also, because the government, and I'm talking about back in the day was when, because even though the government does have their issues we have our issues with the government now, but especially back in the day, it was like their whole purpose was to divide the black family.
Yeah, because
they successfully did it.
Yeah, because it was basically they said, listen, if you want help from the government, the man cannot be in the home.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask this question one more time. I feel like I completely see where you guys are coming from, but his main thing was, why is it that when he approaches, and I'm not going to use the word white, he says white women and foreigners, right? He says, why is it that when he approaches white women and foreigners, they greet back, even if they don't like, even if they're not interested, they still, their faces, their response are softer. And then he says, when he approaches a black woman, I understand you guys are saying the household that they come from, but the household you come from, I don't know not one black parent that teaches you to be rude when somebody's talking to you. If I come up to him like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, how are you doing? And you're like, ugh. Why do black women do that to black men? What he was saying was that, and I need to state this before, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, that Kev is right. And I think you also touched on it. He's speaking based on his own experience. But if we're going to take his experience and put it on a map, he has multiple people that are experiencing what he's experiencing. So why do you think it's so big in our community?
Okay.
Well, why aren't our women?
I'll say this though, because
Before I go,
how they say in New York,
a lot of people,
that's how they say in New York. Why they not softer?
A lot of people that watch this know me from me working with Madison, so I usually give my opinions on that.
Yeah.
And they go after black men also, and I'll be right there at the forefront trying to
exactly, like I'm here for it.
I will say this, because like I said, I'm not a advocate or whatever. I'm just about what's right and what's wrong.
What's fair.
Exactly. I'm about everybody being treated the same.
I agree.
The thing about it, yes, black men are looked at a certain way and are treated a certain way. But then there are also black women go through their struggles with black men too. It may not be every single black man, but like, perfect example, when women are going through all of this, like the whole cheating scandals and stuff like that, or being humiliated in public
get you some ice cream
by a man that they dated, and then they have to find out that this man has 6 other children. It does. It does.
It just hurts different in the black household.
Okay.
I guess so.
Are y'all ready for me?
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, you're too bubbly for me. I'm out.
I know.
Yeah. Listen, he's not the only person that said that to me. He's just like, to go back just a little bit. He's like, I don't like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And I said, what's wrong? He's like, you wake up happy. Yeah. And I was like, am I supposed to not wake up happy?
You know how many people kill for that blessing you got? You wake up happy. Some people wake up just depressed. They wake up just upset.
I have my depressing moments.
Yeah. But waking up happy.
I think also due to, I feel like also due to, my situation, my health situation, that has built that personality as well.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've had people be like, "What? Why are you smiling?" And I'm like, because I'm happy. It was like, I don't really see black women smiling like that. And then one guy was just like, well, you're not the only person that be smiling. I said, it's because of the group, the area of people that you are around.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're in a certain area and you're getting the same response, it's because that trauma is heavy in that area.
And that energy can spread.
And the energy spreads.
Right. You're absolutely right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you're in an environment where it's hate black Negroes, you're going to get women like that.
Right.
But if you go to another area, right, where men are more respected, because I feel like overseas, they have a hierarchy.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You go to Nigeria.
Submission is big in my country.
Right. There is.
And not only that, African women, they do, in a sense, they do have they do kind of have like the same.
Yeah, the angry black, but they know when to turn it on.
But they know when that's the difference.
And they will
African
never turn it
women-
on in front of their men.
No,
Never.
no, they might talk to their girlfriends about it.
They'll talk to their mother, their sisters, but they will never. And that's
But
what
they'll never.
That's
they'll
what we're
ne-
trying
yeah.
to break that cycle. That African American women always. I hear this a lot. They'll date us, but they'll never marry us, right? And they want to know why. And we can't really spell it out to you because then they're like, "Well, you do this and you do that," and we're like, "That's not the point. The point is you're asking why we don't take y'all to that next level. It's because you don't really understand what it is to be a wife without questioning it. If I ask you to do something, you have a question about it. Why I got to do this? Why I got to do that? Right?
Well, I think
But when you need me to do this and do that, which is I'm taking care of the household. You never asked me to do that. I knew that was automatically something I was going to provide for this household. But when it comes down for you to automatically kind of pick up what you need to pick up, then it's almost like a problem with, why do I have to do this and you do that?
Okay. So let me as a black woman in America, right? I believe that a lot of men in our culture don't keep their word.
Elaborate on that.
And when I mean don't keep their word, I'm meaning like say, hey, I'm going to take you somewhere, or I'm going to pay this bill, or I'm going something that has to do with provision.
Mhm.
There's men out there that don't keep their word, right?
Mhm.
Or the mother has seen like, oh, your dad was going to come get you,
And
you
he
know,
lied.
and he didn't show up.
Yeah.
So then they
You see what I'm saying? So that puts a seed in. I can't trust no man because the men that I have experienced, they never kept their word. My dad never kept his word. So now, because of childhood trauma, and I see that, hey, my dad said he was going to build me a house. You see what I'm saying? And he never built me that house. You see what I'm saying? So stop saying you see what I'm saying.
She too bubbly.
Just realize
She was
that.
talking to herself, y'all.
Yeah, sorry.
She won't talk about her. She
I
talking
be
to herself.
doing that all the time.
She ain't crazy though.
And I got a little screws, but I gotta keep around it. A lot of times that's in their head.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, if my dad can't keep his word, who said is this man gonna keep his word?
And you think that's
And,
fair
and-
on that
and-
man to
and
go
it's
through that?
not fair.
That's what I was about to
It's not
say.
fair. It's not fair, but it's also a man like you, right? Could be like, see his mom. Oh, my dad does everything, but she's just giving him hell. So therefore, he now knows, oh, all black women give men hell. I don't want to deal with no black woman because the first person that you fall in love with, man, is your mother. So if you look at your mother giving hell to your dad, you're like, oh, I don't want to date nobody that's like my mother.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Your experience can traumatize you.
Yes, and I feel like a lot of time, and this is something like I go to therapy. So and I think the problem is in a black culture, therapy is looked down upon.
Yes.
If everything is
Very
swept
true.
under the rug, this is for our family.
Yes.
Give it all to God. God gives therapists to people.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what I'm
right.
saying?
We need to stop going to the churches and start going to.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
But
100%.
I want to say this though, because I want to say this, but minus, especially because Madam Celeste also said something in the comments. I pinned it for those that are watching Instagram, watching on Instagram. I pinned the comment on the screen. For those that didn't, she said, not to mention daughters who watch their fathers abuse their mothers and other women in front of their daughters, which is true. Now, minus that, sometimes I think we have to take responsibility of the people we choose, though. Minus the abuser, because I'm not talking about the people that get abused. I'm talking about like if you know this dude is a liar,
a cheater,
an
abuser.
Well, minus the abuse, because that's a touchy, tricky, because you might not find out until late that they might be that type of person. But the lying and the cheating part,
Tina Turner.
Sometimes I think, like, perfect example, when
I've been in a toxic circle before.
Perfect example, all these people that want, and I'm not going to say all these people, but those people that want men or women that have certain qualities. For men, there's some women that want a guy that that have a certain type of money.
Six
For
figures.
right. For women, there's some women that that guys want. They have to have a fat booty or big titties, or they have to look a certain way. Yeah, stuff like that.
Cookie cutter.
You have to realize that those certain people, they come with certain baggage.
You're right.
And either you're going to deal with that certain baggage, or you're going to be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
because perfect example, I respect this dude as an artist, but he does have his flaws. Huh?
At his demons.
Yeah. Chris
Brown?
Yeah. We all know if you end up in a relationship with Chris Brown and we see on the news that he punched you in your eye, we know what he's done before. We know the type of person that we've seen what he's done.
I don't 100% agree with that.
I know what happened between him and Rihanna.
Yeah, okay. I think the media painted him as
They did. But also, I'm just giving an example of things that we have to look at when it comes to dealing with certain people. Why? Because we, especially when you see somebody as a cheater or a liar, they will show you these traits. But sometimes
we choose to ignore it.
But yeah,
because we feel like
perfect example. When I was younger, I used to. There was one particular girl I was really fond of.
You was in love with her.
I was fond of her. Okay,
you was in love.
I was fond of her.
You texted me her name like I knew her.
Look, I was fond of her, and what happened was, I knew that she used to hang out with a whole bunch of dudes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, nah, we cool. Everything is cool. Until. And I think I've told this story before, until she logged into my phone and her Facebook, and I was thinking that somebody was sending me a message, and I'm like, I've never had this conversation with this person before, and then I ended up realizing that
she for the streets.
Yeah. Now, was I upset? Yes, I was highly upset and hurt.
You were hurt, yeah.
But at the end of the day, I wasn't going to.
He cried in the Kia.
I did not cry. Don't listen to him. Because let me tell you how that's a lie. Because I've never had a Kia before.
It was my Kia.
I had a Kia before. Ever since I've known him, he was driving trucks, and this is his first car. This is this nigga's first car. Sorry for using that word, but this is his first car. All he's had was SUVs.
My bad.
Kia makes SUVs. Huh?
Kia makes SUVs.
Yeah, but you didn't have no Kia.
Yeah, Sportage.
But yeah, no. But my point is, I didn't. At the end of the day. And even till now, I don't even blame her for that relationship. Why?
Kevin says, does the person look like Ice Spice?
See, y'all gonna stop with that. Y'all gonna stop with that.
So what's the inside joke with Ice Spice?
They think that They think that I have this infatuation with just Ice Spice.
His infatuation is with Kelly Rowland, y'all. He will mop her armpit water with. Let's not get too XXX.
So I've loved her since.
Before we wrap up, I want to say one thing. The one thing I kind of took out of it is sometimes some parents, I don't want to just label it for mothers. I feel like sometimes.
Oh, Jamie even hit it. If you fall for Diddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Let me take back that. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Let me take back that Chris Brown situation.
Diddy's a perfect
example.
So I feel like you were dating somebody. You guys had a child. It either didn't work out. He probably cheated on you and he left. You kicked him out. And now you're planting the seed in your child.
And a lot of times that's what happens in our culture.
Yes. That's the number one killer of our culture is that your daddy ain't shit. Don't let no man blah, 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 blah.
I said that earlier.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't want us to forget that main thing you touched on was that sometimes it's the parent that is responsible for that child growing up and just automatically hating or having that angry black woman syndrome. Because men go out there and choose their wives. Men can go out there, make it to the NBA, or make it to the NFL, make it to whatever, and then they marry a non-black person, and then the black women are very upset at this.
Mm-hmm.
But do they make the same kind of? Are they just as upset that Sierra? No, not Sierra.
No, you mean
Serena and her husband. I don't hear as much flack about them as I do, say, when the basketball players or the NFL players they get with a different race.
Well, it's because. And this is how I think that other people picture it. When it's a woman, I believe it's because black men have done them wrong. But when they look at black men dating outside their race, it's because a lot of people think it's because black men don't like black women because
And that's not the case.
they just don't like black women.
Okay, so I have a lot to say about this. Okay, the reason why, the only time it becomes a problem when a black woman dates outside her race is when she's attractive.
You trying to say Serena's not attractive?
So
Halle Berry?
how much flack
Halle Berry
how much flack did Rihanna get at the beginning?
For dating who?
The billionaire.
Not much.
I don't even remember her getting
because-
slack.
Right.
Well, he's also Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing with Janet Jackson, her baby daddy.
But after she popped out that kid, they got a divorce real
that was
quick.
the only stipulation on their contract. He said, "Get this baby out of me. Let me get this $2.5 billion." I'm sorry,
Hey, but I don't blame her because I would have done the same thing. You what for $2 million? You want me to pop you out of here?
Let's do it.
You have to understand this, right? Eve got flack, right? But not as much,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because black women see it like, oh, sis, get you, because they feel like black men don't do them right. So because you couldn't find you a black man and then you go and get you a white man, he got money, do you, sis? Because it's like, oh, I see, you can't find a real black man out here who could get it. Sometimes you gotta
These
go
black
to
men are
them
just
too.
playing. They don't want to
So
marry you.
therefore, like on TikTok, like this winter, right? They had this challenge called White Man Winter. Have a white man in in your rotation. It was a thing going, and people would come, and they would be like, "Okay, I want to try this white guy." Da 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 da. Right? A lot of people ended up getting a white man, and they're enjoying. Right? So they decided to go on TikTok. Now this is over the span of a year or so. Right now, it's called the black wife effect, black man effect. When you go out there, you'll see all of these white men before they had a black wife, and then after they have a black wife, and they have excelled, right? But then they show you black husband effect, and from white all the way to black, those women look tired. So the picture is black men are the hardest person to date. They are. And I would say that as a black woman, I go through more bull crap with the black man than I do with the other race.
Well,
and I don't know, I think it's probably a culture thing.
Are you saying black as far as black Americans or just black people general? Africans, islanders, like
Well,
you said.
I haven't dated an African.
Okay.
And I haven't dated a Jamaican. So
Okay.
I'm talking black, we'll say black American.
Black Americans, okay.
Black Americans.
Well, they do have I'll have to find it, but they do say that black men are the most they're the best when it comes to
Providing.
and I believe father figures and stuff
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes.
Yes,
I
and
did
that's
read. I did read that. If I don't know,
They're the
how
best
to-
father. They're the best fathers.
father figures.
Yeah, the best father figures. They say black men are the best father figures.
So
You want to read what Lou says?
Yeah, you could go ahead and read it.
Like for Lou, that is true. That is true. Lou says no. It's because when black men date outside their race, they talk down on black women as they were not dating them.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my things is I would say that too. The reason why I have a problem with men who date outside their race and they bash black women.
Mm-hmm.
I have a
That's an
problem
issue.
with
That's an issue.
Like I remember,
my younger brother is dating a white woman right now. But my brother loves black women. My brother don't tell. He said, "Well, Toya, that's what's around me.
love is love.
Around me, majority of the people that I can pick from is white and Puerto Rican women. There is no black women around."
He ain't go for the Puerto Rican. They crazy too.
Yeah. He had a Puerto Rican before the white girl.
Puerto Ricans, they will kill you.
You know what I'm saying? But when
they'll make your body out of
black
some
women, Lou says black women dating outside their race, they don't start off saying I'm not dating black men because of X, Y, and Z, even though they could can mention so many reasons.
Y'all can't be careful. I was going to say something. Yes, that's very much true, Lou. But y'all bash black men every other way.
He ain't shit.
Yep.
You know, all he want to do is fuck. He ain't that. He ain't that. But when you called us to do this, Kevin Kev also says as any beautiful or successful Black person will always get flack because they're. Let me read this one more time. She says, he says, any beautiful and or successful Black person, man or woman that dates other will catch some type of flack from the Black community.
Yes, because what's his name? Dr. Umar. Basically, the reason why he
Can't stand
that's
that
a problem
dude.
is because the money is not going to be going back into the culture. It's going to go back into. So if a Black man is a white woman, that money is going to go back into the white woman's culture. It's not going to go, that wealth is not going to go into the Black culture.
And I remember him saying that, but to me that doesn't. That didn't make sense, and the reason why
Lou responded.
No, to me it doesn't, and I'll tell you the reason why. And I guess maybe it's because of the way how I look at marriage. Because I believe that when a woman marries a man, you technically become part of his family.
Yeah, you become one.
Right.
Yeah, but if he dies, the money goes to you. If you was a white woman,
Right.
it goes back into your culture.
It goes to your kids,
It goes back into the white culture.
But how?
Kids, your kid. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay,
Hold
up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you're Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
The girl is white, right? When you die, how quick is your parents about to be in the midst of everything?
You said my parents?
Yeah, like if you
parents.
Like, will your parents be like, oh no, that money comes over here. We got to find how that money comes over here.
No,
right?
it's gonna go to my direct family.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. But when you get married, it doesn't go, it goes to the other person. Right.
But it doesn't go to their family.
It does, because it goes to their culture. Okay, let's do like this. Let me try to clean this up a little bit. Okay. You're a Black man, you marry a white woman, right? You die, right? That white woman is going to put the money where she goes and shops, where she goes and do things. She's not going to contribute to the Black community. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. So she's going to raise your child as a white kid. She's not going to raise your child as biracial or a Black kid. Do you see what I'm saying? So the money goes back into the culture of white. Do you see what I'm saying? That legacy of money goes white, because mostly, right, men normally marry their mothers. So if and I've had people tell Black men, I dated white women because my mom's white, because that's the first person I fell in love with. So white women are more attractive than Black women to me because my mom is white. Do you see what I'm saying? So therefore, there's a higher percentage that he's going to marry somebody white. The money that he gets is going to go into that white community. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the reason why he was saying, hey, if a Black man marries a Black woman.
But then
right?
what happens when a Black woman marries a white man? The money automatically goes into the white family. The white man doesn't even have to die. That money is white.
Right, but the money was white before.
But
the Black money, the Black dollar was never white.
But my point is, because you're saying that when you're a Black man and you
said a man, I didn't say a woman. A man is the provider, right? Right. So if my provider is a white man, why would my money as a provider as a white man go into a Black culture?
My point is,
You're not making no point.
The point is when Dr. Umar is saying that just because a Black man marries a white woman, it doesn't contribute to the Black community.
It doesn't.
Okay, so you could say the same thing for if a Black woman goes into a white.
But that's not the same.
Why don't you think it's not the same? Because right now, because hold on, let me finish. Right now, Black women make money. Right now, Black women are not sitting at home just allowing men to pay for everything. Black women are out here making their own money. So if they marry a white man, the money that they are making goes to that white community. So you can still say the same thing for both. It's not just Black men. It's the same thing for white. It's the same thing for the opposite. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I personally, I mean, he does. He is saying women and men. We do.
Oh, okay. If he's saying both, then okay, I can agree with that.
He is saying women and men. But I'm telling you, the black, when it comes to a black woman going into a white, the woman will adjust to the man.
Yeah.
The man will never adjust to the woman. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So therefore,
But there are situations. There are situations where
there are
Exceptions.
situations.
there are exceptions, but we're not going by exceptions.
Yes, the NBA is really number one of those things.
Lou says
But-
when a Latino woman acts crazy, we call it, ooh, it's muy spicy. But when a black woman acts crazy, we say, oh man, she's crazy, man. God damn, this girl always got some shit to say.
And I do believe black
The
women
black
do
culture
get
is
the
so
most.
messed
I
up.
do believe black women do get a lot of unnecessary slack
Or unprotected,
for.
disrespected.
We're gonna have to continue this conversation.
Yes,
We could be on here for another 2 hours talking about.
We can do a part 2 to this next week. We do a part 2.
Yeah, but I will say this: the reason why I think a black man dating a white woman is more detrimental is because of the seed that is produced. Yes, we taint. Yes, we taint it. Yes, we taint the white blood or Caucasian. Yes, anything 1% of black is black. But when you have less image of a black man doing something, it's harder for other black men to see it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So back when I was a child, I had the Cosby Show.
Mm-hmm.
Black doctor married a black successful lawyer. Do you have that now in 2024?
Yeah.
What?
You have black successful men marrying
Shows.
Oh, shows. Oh,
they took Blackish away from us.
Wait. Hold on. I'm thinking.
The fact that you gotta take that long is the fact that you have to go
Okay, you're right.
to your
Love and hip hop.
You know what? Hey y'all, hang on, this is your guy. This is your girl, not your guy. This is your girl, Toya V.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just playing. No, you're right. You're actually right because all of the things that used to represent a good black family home, we don't have anymore.
Yeah.
They don't, and I don't believe the industry wants to show that.
Yeah, do you see Denzel's relationship
No.
shown?
No.
He's been with that black woman
Forever.
Same thing with Samuel Jackson.
Okay,
Yeah.
but they so quick to put the dysfunctional family, which is the Smiths.
Because the media loves to see the destruction of a black household.
Exactly.
We'll be back next week. Lagos Traffic, we appreciate everybody. Let's start giving these people our shout outs. We promise we'll show them love.
Thank you for
Kevy Kev is
Kevy Kev is day one. He's day one.
Day one.
He just gave a shout out.
Kevy Kev and Kevy Kev and Jamie and Miss Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, day ones from the Benita De Niro. Thank you for showing love. Scrappy Unicorn. Thank you for showing love.
Huh?
Oh, that was me.
Oh man,
I accidentally hit it.
It was perfect time. Now you got that person feeling extra special. Like
find out how I can see if I can operate that phone. If I can operate
Madam Celeste is another one. Thank you.
Yes.
Lou is one.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lou. If I can operate that from here, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because I don't be thinking about this thing when we
even though we talked about it before it started, right?
I don't even be thinking about it. But yes, we love all of y'all for showing us love. Continue to show us love. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're not. Share with your
player partners.
Yeah, share with your partner and them. Especially if you love the
non-angry black women and non-angry black men.
Right.
With your BFF that's a female.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very okay.
To be honest, I'm gonna tell you the truth though, especially for women, when having a bubbly personality, not overly bubbly, let's be real. Like, I don't want to get fired from my job and then you be like, hey, baby, let's go to dinner. I just got fired. Yeah, I just got fired. Come on now. But no, when you see a happy especially a happy black woman, it is so attractive.
It's so contagious too.
Yeah, it's
You only
so
part of that
attractive.
Yeah.
It's so attractive. I'm not saying
And one of these.
I'm not saying that you need to go out there and just be overly friendly with everybody, but you know,
Watch your brownie kick in right now. Watch.
oh yeah.
But we appreciate y'all. We'll be back
Yeah.
next week. 2 to 4.
Sorry for
Ladies
yelling in y'all
traffic.
ear, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
I get real,
She get happy
I get happy.
and very bubbly.
It's passion. Yo, I'm out. Bye.